All right. Hello, dear Inessa, my co-master Syucai. We're here to discuss some things today about our personal life, and then we will share it with our group. Both of us are Syucai masters. We've been studying with Renat Kozhemzharov, the founder of this system, Syucai Digital Psychology. And we decided that we want to share our personal experience with the system, because there are a lot of masters that are talking about different parts of the system, and the best way to learn different parts is to go and study. So for that, we will run master classes, probably at the end of this month. But today, we're going to talk about how we lose time, how we find time, and how we can be successful at life or feel like we are always behind. So in my experience, being behind starts with not being clear enough on the goals and the time frame for completion of these goals. Because life is so full of information. Every moment something comes to our life. And at that moment, you need to decide what information is mine to analyze and create collaborative relationships and fulfill the mission. And some of this information is totally not mine to do. And so when we have this analysis of what's mine and what's not mine, what is my inspiration, aspiration, how urgent it is for me, is it for me or not for me, then our day becomes full of information and not a lot of completion. But when we have an understanding of what this day could be about, we could plan ahead. So what I've learned from Syucai system is that our days and months and years are affected with certain energies. And last time we spoke, me and Inessa and Diana, three of us, were talking about different types of energy. And those types, they apply to personal energy and the energy around us, and the energy of the cosmic moves, and the energy of the people, and the energy of the businesses. And those fluctuations, if you understand the quality behind the numbers, because numbers are just the symbols for the quantity usually. But in digital psychology of Syucai, the numbers are the symbols for the quality of how we do things and who we are and how we interact. So today we're going to talk about it. So is there anything you want to add before we begin going into deeper understanding of the calendar?
Okay, for me, a little bit different of losing my time, because I want to analyze not I feel what is mine and what is not mine. I don't feel it at all. So I try to jump in and just to have at least some knowledge and experience from what I'm learning or what I'm seeing or conversation, and then analyzing if it's for me or not. So if it's interesting for me, or it's not my way of doing something. That's what is different. But I'm trying to. That's why I'm losing so much time, because just in case maybe I need it, maybe I will like it. So I jump into everything, as you said. Oh, you will like it. Don't worry, don't rush. Just keep slow. But not my thing. But I'm learning. And sometimes I just get all information and I think, no, not for me. No, I'm not gonna use it. I'm not gonna apply to my life. So this is not my thing.
Mm-hmm. And in this case, we're similar because we are people with high interest. It's a highly emotional state. When somebody is not interested, it's even worse. But when you have a wide range of interests, it's hard to prioritize. And calendar is one thing that I loved about learning in Syucai, is that the calendar has cyclicity to it. And so understanding that every 9 days or every 9 months or every 9 years, the energy repeats itself and you can go, you don't have to go in a vicious circle, you can go in a spiral. And every time you learn, you harness the energy, you understand the quality of what's happening and why it's happening, you can use that energy as a fuel for success. You can use this fuel to help you do what this day is about. For example, today is a day 9 for me on my personal calendar, but for everybody else, it's February 7th. For me, it's the quality of the energy 9. And energy 9 is the day of completion. It's the day where you already done certain things, and you can look at it and understand what are the things that you want to continue. And on this day, you will feel the energy goes down, and you cannot do things you don't want to do because you don't have a resource. This is not a day with a lot of resource. So in the morning, I got out and I started walking, and my energy got a little up. But then around 12 o'clock, I was like this again, thinking and contemplating what I should or what I shouldn't do. Because when you understand 1 through 9 are the energies that help you, that support you in certain activities, but other activities are not good for this day. And 9 is a good day to actually move around, to take care of your health, to do a spa of some sort, but not in terms of luxury spa. That's for day 6. More of a detoxification spa. And you want to look into the list of to-do list and see what's done and what's not done and why. Because when you see your accomplishment, it gives you energy. When something incomplete, it leaks your energy. Your focus goes and this and this and this and this. So you want to keep your day flow in a way that you know what you're doing and when to stop and when to start, and when the energy goes down, how to use it. So calendar helps with strategic planning. It also helps you maximize opportunities. What does it mean? For example, day 1 on somebody's calendar means that this is a strategic day. Today you can plan, and you can plan not only for 9 days or 9 months, you can plan for 9 years. You can plan a year ahead. You can plan as long as you want or as short as you want. But this energy supports the view, a bird eye view. The energy of environment, of how the planet, our planet moves, how people move around you, will support you in understanding long-term goals and learn long-term focus. But on a day 2, for example, the energy will fluctuate, and you would want to feel, connect, call somebody, feel support. Maybe you will remember somebody, maybe people who didn't talk to you for a while will call you. And this is the day of connecting and being peaceful. So if the peace is not there, but the energy supports the peace, you might be extremely intolerant or extremely sad. And sometimes people fall into depression depending on the resources of the personal energy. So if your personal energy does not support something that is in your environment, which happens sometimes in relationships, old relationships that were dragging alone, or adult kids that were also dragging along into our life. The reason I'm remembering, because I had a couple sessions in the morning, and the woman is like, but I want to be with my daughter, but I don't have the means to support her. I'm like, why do we need to support? She's 22. How about she supports herself? But I have 13-year-old that my husband is supporting, but I don't want to be with my husband. Leave the daughter. She wants to be with the father. The father has lots of money. You cannot be with him. Go, look at you. Every day I see you with less and less and less energy. So, but on that day, you would not be able to leave and go. You would sit there and you would try to fix things, which might not be useful anymore. And also, the energy helps you build the competency. For example, day 3 is about analysis. I love to analyze. Sometimes I don't know how to analyze. But on that day, my energy supports me to sit down and look into things and read about things and write instructions and draw some schemes, which I always surprise, because in general, I don't like to sit. I'm a very fast person. But on that day, I could do it. Day 4 is about a lot of information, a lot of goals that helps you, pressures you. into understanding you cannot do all of it. There's no way you can do all of it. Everybody's capacity is different, of course, but I know my capacity. So I'm like, oh my God, it's great. It's wonderful. I have a great to-do list, but who's going to do it? If it's not me, I need to delegate. So it teaches you, it gives it, pressures you into seeing, because on this day, I'm always full of ideas, but this day, my head explodes. I go, oh my God, what do I do with that? And I immediately give it, because some things come to me, but it's not for me. It's very often for my clients to do something that they asked me a week ago, but now it came to me. And I just delegate those ideas. Like, why don't you think about it? Why don't you? And I only prioritize. I can do 1, 2, 3 things, not 23 things. And so every day, energy 5 is about communication. So when you have a day 5 or month 5, all of a sudden you do want to go to social media and talk and walk. On my month 5, I was on Facebook every day walking and talking to people, and everybody heard me. Now I do it randomly because it's right now my month is 6. It's the month of comfort, and I want to sleep more, and I want to read more, and I want to go to the spa more. And every time when you do not understand, again, I have a client yesterday, he's complaining, I do not recognize myself. It's terrible. I'm so fast. He's a surfer. He's a firefighter. He has a business. And he's like, I cannot move. I can't stand it. Who's done it to me? I'm like, nobody. It's just the year. It's the year that takes over. And he was in year 5, and he became a speaker. And like, for real, he went around talking. He's like, it's crazy. I'm like, no, it's not crazy. The energy supports you. And he's a bit stuttering. And not in terms of how he cannot pronounce it, but he repeats words sometimes. But in year 5, free speech, amazing. I'm like, wow, what a transformation. Of course, he's with me. I'm supporting him in certain choices. And so when you understand what is the month, what is the year, you can do this choice, which last year we put it on his calendar, do as much speaking as possible. And day 5, month 5, or year 5 expands your field, allows you to communicate with more people. It's of course when you have enough resource. If you don't have enough resources, you become, you isolate yourself because the energy pushes you, but you don't have anything to give. Anything you want to add so far? How did you experience those energies? If you
I just want to add, I don't feel the energy, but you said that today is 9, and
for
it
me,
was for me too.
For you to wear this, right,
Yeah,
the same calendar.
yeah, and I even didn't realize, but I decided to do my facial by myself in the morning. And I decided to do my body, and then what is more important, I brought all my paperwork from work yesterday, and today we have like 3 offices, and I brought to the office and said, here we go, you need to finish your work. And I gave them all the paperwork to the office, so I don't carry anymore, because it was sitting like for a few months. I was waiting for correction, and today I just did it, and it feels so free and good.
Yeah, exactly. And when you say you don't feel the energy, it's not that you don't feel it, but you don't have practice. I've started practicing it a few months ago, and now I can notice better. Because if you do not practice to analyze what actually is happening, it's hard to understand, because throughout the day, energy also fluctuates, right? So,
Can you just a few more words? How did you start, and like how to incorporate this one better in your life? Do you need to look at calendar, or just plan from the night before, or what is better way?
Okay, so first of all, we do have a calendar in Russian and in English. So it's good to have a calendar on your desk. For those people who don't have a personal calendar, you can purchase, it's not very expensive. We will be happy to send it to you in a digital form. You can print it if you want to, for those who are listening to us. So the calendar is the normal calendar, but it has, every day has a personal day and common day. So the calendar talks about the energy of the day for humanity, for everybody who is following Gregorian calendar, our calendar, sun calendar, regular one. And then it has, depending on your birth date, it has the day for you. So for me, it could be 9, for somebody else could be 3, for somebody else could be 6. So depending on what kind of energy is supporting you this day or this month or this year, you can plan. For me, it works like this. At the end of the previous day, I feel the energy coming from the next day. Just like at the end of the year, after September, in October already, October, November, December, you experience the next year. It's like a preview. So in the evening, I already feel what's going to happen the next day. Even if I don't look at the calendar, my energy changes. All of a sudden, after day one, I was falling apart. But after 3 o'clock, I am more awake and I'm more organized because tomorrow is the day one, right? And day one is the new beginning. It's the day of strategy. And it's already getting into my field. And the question I ask, okay, great, I have this day coming. How can I do something about it? How I can use this energy, not just to awaken and support my natural talents, which is I'm a consultant, so of course I'm spending a lot of time on that. But I'm also a writer and an artist. So I'm creating a game about life with different images and different words, magic cards, metaphorical cards. And tomorrow, I know that tomorrow it will be easy for me to start and progress through the new deck. I would not use this day on completion, right? But I have decks that I didn't complete. So on a day 9, I would use the energy to complete, because the energy of beginning is more exciting and it gives you an ability to create something new in a more expanded way. Energy of the day 9 is more, it's more folding in. It brings your attention to things that are pressuring you, the things you want to give out or complete. And so it has a little more focus for me to sit down. Energy 1, I can do gazillions of different things and the ideas will pop up in my head. So what am I going to do for me? Because I know my field, but also how can I support other people? Because let's say the clients come and they have low energy. On a day 1, I know they will be charged and they will want to do something new. And maybe it's not for everybody on this day to do new. So I can look at their day and see what they're about. If they complain about something, very often it's because the energy fluctuates. So having your personal calendar on your desk is extremely beneficial. First of all, you can understand and not judge yourself or others what's going on. On the day 7, it's a transformational day. It's the day that moves your energy in a way that you want to change things. But maybe not everybody in your household wants to change anything. So you start changing and it affects them. But you can realize your innate needs, your personal needs, and change something that's important to you. But also you can tell people that today is that kind of day. I might start moving furniture that has not, don't take it personally. Or I might throw some things out of your room because they've been there for a while and it bothers you, it bothers me, but nobody takes care of it. But today I have the energy for it. So if is it okay if I will be transforming certain things if we live in the same environment? So the other thing is that in the calendar, there are suggestions. What do you do in this day? So you don't really need to make up anything. It's already there, but you can also add your own exercises and ideas. So for example, day 8 is about working and study, right? So if you have a course that you didn't complete and you didn't start even, on a day 8, if you work with this, the information gets into your body in a more grounded way. And so in the morning, in the evening or in the morning of this day and the evening a day before, I would ask, how can I avoid the laziness tomorrow? Because this is not the day to lay down. How I schedule my day so I have time for work and for study. and it's not overloading. Because again, if you have a lot of resource, this is the day where people go work, and they don't understand what's going on. Oh my God, I've done so much. Because you have the energy for it on this day. But also, at some point, the energy changes, and you need to follow that. Because some people don't stop. Go. So I briefly kind of showed you different energies of the day. So in a calendar, and the English version that I'm creating right now, it's almost done, has a lot of tips and information and questions. So it's almost like a workbook of some sort that you can look into it and you know what to do. So you don't have to, it's always good. I always tell people Syucai is extremely useful methodology. It's a science. It's proven in different educational institutions, including Oxford system of education, including Berne Convention. So it's a proven thing, looked by case by case by scientists and saying, yes, that holds the truth. So why not use something that is easy to use and learn how to work it within your life. But even if you didn't study, let's say you didn't study Syucai, you have a calendar, that's already 50% of the job done because you are not working against your energy. Yeah, you know, like you push yourself because you have to. And maybe tomorrow you only use 20% of your energy and you get 80% of the result. But if you're pushing on the wrong day, things are not aligned. Yeah, does it make sense? Does it answer your question? Okay. So what is your year? You're in year 4, right? Okay. So what that year is about for you right now? And how is it different from what happened last year?
So trying to get all my ideas in place and plan, a lot of planning what to do and how to do it, how to get the result. So not
What
just
result are you looking for?
I want it. So why do I want it? How will I get it? Do I need it or not? And waiting for some surprises. Just want some mystics to happen to me. I don't know. It's kind of afraid of your dreams, right? Or how to say, бойся своих желаний.
Yes. If a dream doesn't scare you, it's not a dream. It's a goal.
Okay, so that's why trying to be in positive way. Just read about more positive techniques and catch myself if I'm kind of get down.
So I have the year 4 as well. We're on the same wavelengths, and I've been told that on this in this year you will feel how people with the date of birth summary 4 you will feel, and my husband is 4. And very often we have conversations where I do not understand what he's talking about and how he feels and why he feels this way. And now I do, because year 4 has the mystical flavor to it. Mystical means you don't really know what's coming. You plan one thing and it's not there. You didn't plan and it is there. A lot of confusion about where to put my time and what's important. And this year is to really understand how to set the goal and how to accomplish the goal. What are the priorities? Why am I doing this or not, and not something else? And what I realized is that mystical events could happen on both sides. It could be extremely wonderful. It could be extremely destroying. And it's wonderful when you are clear, because we are electrical beings. We always exude electricity, and that electricity creates magnetic field around us, especially when charged emotionally, because electrical, our thoughts are electrical, our emotions are also electrical and magnetic, and we create this magnetic field And all of a sudden, we see the results of that magnetic field in our own environment. So we could have many different things because we are expanded beings. This idea about the niche, narrow niche, and go into this niche and don't do anything else never agreed with me because I have lots of interests, just like you do. But the overall umbrella helps to move all of it into a cohesive goal. So when you said the dreams might be scary and things could come unexpectedly, those are the conflict in consciousness. I have those too. What if this big, wonderful thing will happen and it will take up all my time and I won't be able to do other things? And therefore, because we're not niche people, we don't want to do one thing, I think it is extremely important to allow yourself, to understand yourself, to let yourself be the way you are, and find a theme that connects all of it. So what is your number of consciousness, personality number, the day of birth?
3.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so on a day 3, on a month 3, on a year 3, analysis for success come amplified. And the year 4, it's a good technique to find what is financially beneficial, because we live in a material plane, and analyze how convenient it is for me to do this, to receive this, how convenient it is for me and useful for me to have this kind of work for this kind of money. This is the overall analysis for all the things that you have, right? And prioritize the one that gives you the most fulfillment and satisfaction, which usually is connected to analysis, and understand that you sometimes might act not in a tactical way, not in a, because we are in a day 9, I'm talking about tactics, because 9 is about tactics. So sometimes you could be emotionally involved in a new knowledge, in an exciting knowledge, in an exciting development, and act impulsively. But for you to have the benefits you're looking for, you need to also analyze and how this thing will bring the financial benefit, not just the spiritual benefit. At the same time, we both have shifted beyond the 33, and how you get it done is already prescribed in your mission, which is, what's your mission number? 8. Yeah. And 8 is about creating a process. And this is the same about the day 8. It's creating a process that you can control, that brings to material result. So it's not about necessarily working hard. Lots of people think 8 needs to work hard. It depends, because for 8, whatever they do doesn't seem hard. It seems a pleasure when it's aligned with the personality. So when you analyze what gives me money and what kind of process do I need to create to get this money, you can relax and continue studying, continue doing whatever you're doing, because again, 8 is about doing all of that, which was the day yesterday. Creating better processes and learning how to do it better. So how did you do with that yesterday? It's not too far, so you can share that part.
Yes. And yesterday, I have one day at the office. So I was at the office and sorted things by work. So this is done, should be done, to communicate with colleagues and like control everything to complete something. But I completed actually today, because some of the process needs to be done in different office. So it was done, it was planned to be uh, planned I planned yesterday how I was doing everything and who needs to do and to be in charge. And today I just completed it.
Yeah. So you lift your calendar to the T, and even if you don't know that it's happening, you're already living it. It's impossible
Yeah.
not to live. That's what's interesting about Syucai, that I understood a lot of stuff that happened retrospectively because now I understand how it works. And before Syucai, I knew we live in 9-year cycles. And every 9 years, because I'm a psychosomatic practitioner, every 9th year, there is a psychosomatic event, which signifies the conflict between the psycho and somatics, between our thinking and our body. And in Syucai, we have the formula of success, how we get to be successful in what we're doing. And we have a formula of happiness, and it's how we are happy about what we're doing. But I understood before Syucai another formula is that we live in different realities. One reality is what we feel, but we don't think about it. We just feel it and we just, oh, okay. And then there's the thinking that happens, but we do not connect it with the feeling, sensations. And therefore we think that the thinking is random. And then we talk about it, what we thought about. And sometimes we cannot say the truth. So when we have to say we felt something, we thought about it, and then we didn't say the truth, then our energy gets interrupted and miscommunicated to others. And that creates a lot of conflicts and confusions. But if we felt something and we thought about it, what is it about? And then we share, yeah, and then we act. This is the last part of it. You act on it, then you have a formula of harmony. Of harmony of what? Between your personality or your soul and your body and your mental emotional field, which is your spirit, connected to God, right? Connected to universe. But we usually interrupt those energies. So the body, when it doesn't act on what's true, gets sick. It doesn't want to perform. It gets misaligned with the rest of it. And we get ORV because we didn't tell anything. And we have this compression in the throat. And now we need to talk, but we cannot say it. And we say something that's not necessarily true, or we have half-truth. And then our thinking is in conflict in what we're saying. So sometimes we say it, and the next time we forget we said that. And always we have to be on alert to make sure that we did not miscommunicate the next message. We don't remember what we said if it wasn't true. If it's true, you remember, of course. And then the memory goes, because it's really hard to remember stuff. Who you said to whom. My mom wants to hear one thing, my daughter wants to hear another thing, my son wants to hear another thing, my husband wants to hear, and I think totally different thing, right? And then your body shuts down. You cannot sense, you cannot feel. And that's very often people say, I don't know what you're talking about. I never feel anything. I don't smell anything. I'm like, something in the garage. And my husband like, really? I could feel and smell miles away and right in my environment for sure. But lots of people don't have an acute sense of anything, smelling or taste or hearing or anything. And it's because all those layers are not connected. So when you have a calendar in front of you, at least you can know, you can pay attention, what's that energy about? How does it play in my world today? And then as you start working with this energy and plan around it, you start thinking about it. And then if you're thinking about it, about something that you feel, half of your body is connected already. Now you only have to say it. You need to say, today I'm busy, I'm doing this, and another thing. Later on, we're going to be doing this. Or with clients, for example. I used to work with people that if I say something, they would go ballistic. So I stopped saying it. But it created a big miscommunication and it didn't work for anybody. So years ago when I just started. So now I say the truth and I say, I'm going to tell the truth. This is the kind of person I am. It might be painful, but if you ask the question, I'll tell you the truth and I'll give you a recommendation. But if you don't like it, don't ask. Because if you ask and I tell you, you will feel it because my energy is pretty strong. You will think about it. And then you will say something that will not align with it. Like, I don't want to do it. She's not right. And it will only amplify the problem, which I usually see 3 to 5 years ahead of time. So they might see it later and like, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, I told you. Look at your notes. I told you. So it's extremely important to align those energies. You feel it. If you don't feel it, calendar will help you feel it because it will identify the energy. It will help you to think because we have the questions. What do I do this day? How do I bring that energy into my day? There are suggestions of how to do it, and then how to talk about it is up to you. You need to learn to express yourself truthfully. And then the last part of it is the body, actually both. This is also the body. The last part of it, I have resource to act on it. And if you don't have a resource, you can plan every day to start with the walking and drinking water and taking care of your body, and maybe do the facial, and definitely do the wake up ritual, which is a morning exercise, and complete your day with calming yourself down, and most importantly, with the number 9, because throughout the day, all energy play, because we meet with people, right? At the end of the day, what I've completed, what I didn't complete, how I'm gonna deal with that, what I've completed, wow, I've completed a lot. Lots of people miss that part. Yes, there are some things to do, but I've completed certain things, I've done certain things, I planted certain seeds for the future, yay to me. And then you become more sensitive and more truthful, not only to everybody out there, but also to yourself. And then the harmony reflects into hormonal flow, which reflects into well-being, which then reflects to the service, which then we do successful work, our mission is completed, and we feel happy. That's how I see the calendar. Anything you want to talk about?
Thank you, Svetlana, because what you said, it makes now sense to me, because we never pay attention to ourselves. We just think about our children, grandchildren, workers, what we need, money, what we should be done during the day. But maybe you need a cup of tea or coffee, just sit down for 3-5 minutes and feel, how do I feel right now? Let me see my calendar. Maybe this is the reason why I'm feeling like this one, because I was doing something wrong, not wrong, but not
out of alignment.
I'm not in the same energy with my day. That's why it's not successful for me. So maybe I should transfer tomorrow and leave it for tomorrow, and I will be more successful doing this and fast, and not spending so much time or not spending so much energy. So, and today I will use my energy for myself.
Yeah.
So
and
yeah,
sport as well. Sport is good.
not asking somebody else, how do you feel? How are you? In the morning, how are you? Myself. How am I? Okay.
Yeah. And what are the things in my environment that are eating up my energy? What are the things or people or clothes even, or things that are laying around? What's eating up my energy? Because 9 is the energy of a protector. It protects you. When you don't feel energized, the body tells you something is taking the energy away. So how do I complete things around myself? That for me, it's a big question mark, because I do a lot of stuff at the same time. I have piles of stuff. So once in a while, and today was that day that I'm cleaning the piles and I'm sticking them in folders so I can have a clean start tomorrow. All right. Very good. Thank you very much for participating with me. You inspire me to talk about important things. Thank you for sharing your experiences. I'm sure people will listen and say, me too,
Me too. I should do this. Okay, thank you.
And for anybody who is interested in calendar or want to buy a calendar or want to have a personal session at least about how your energy fluctuates, why, and how to make it more optimal, send us a message, give us a call, find a way to connect. And until next time, we see you soon.